video saw us having a lot of fun with a lot of Land Rovers, and we really enjoyed the people we met, but it was time to move on. Playa Rajada is a beach that was recommended to us by our good friend Jorge and is in the northwest corner of Costa Rica, just before the border to Nicaragua. This is Playa Rajada. This is where we're going to spend our last night in Costa Rica. Look at the sign, he says. Crocodiles? Ooh, there's crocodiles here. I know, who feeds a crocodile, really? Look, he's got little feathers on his head. Tim, what did you make for dinner?
Pad Thai.
Tim literally makes the best pad Thai in the entire world, I think. And our secret ingredient is cauliflower.
Yeah.
Which sounds stupid, but
Cauliflower
it's really good with cauliflower. I don't know if you guys can see this, but these are all crabs. You can hear them wrestling around. Get back. Oh, he got all three of them. Oh, he dropped one. Better get it. Oh, got it. Do they live here?
That's what. They got a satellite dish, Claro satellite dish.
They might live here. When we set out from Playa Rajada, we honestly expected to cross into Nicaragua that same day, but it was not to be. We decided on a different border crossing, and then our highways turned into mud, and then Reggie developed a horrible clanking noise that we thought was something terrible, which turned out, fortunately, to just be a loose shark. In the late afternoon, we ran into a teeny tiny cabin rental place that also allowed you to camp in their backyard, and so we decided to stop there for the night and try to cross into Nicaragua the next morning. We've had an eventful morning this morning. We got up early and had to save a sheep from being murdered by a dog, and now we are almost ready to cross the border into Nicaragua. We're going to cross today and hopefully get all the way across, or almost all the way across Nicaragua today. Slide right. Exiting Costa Rica ended up taking a very long time, as they only had one person dealing with everybody entering and exiting the country. But we finally made it through. Where are we now?
We're in Nicaragua.
How was the border crossing?
The border
lady comes up and she writes all your information down for the vehicle in a book. The lady gives you a declaration for your vehicle. You fill that out. Then she tells you to drive into the fumigation lane. So then your car gets fumigated, and then you have to go up to a little table. Then you give that to the government lady and the policeman, and then they stamp your vehicle declaration form, and then the lady goes and looks at your car and decides if they want to pull everything out or not. And she looked at our car, and Tim opened the back, and she said, "Oh, you have a lot of stuff." And she told me she didn't want to pull it all out. So then she sent Tim over to move. Well, we thought she meant to move the car, but really she meant for him to go to the X-ray machine.
Yeah, it's a giant X-ray machine. And so you pull Reggie into the stall, and they made me get out and wait while they X-rayed the whole vehicle, and then they said I could go.
Did they show you the picture?
Yeah.
And then I had to go back to the policeman, and then he gave me another stamp. And then the lady told me to go across the street, and some nice government guy took me across the street with a declaration form to get the tip. I didn't know it was to get the tip. I didn't know what it was for at all. Then all of a sudden they yelled our name, and they gave us the declaration form. They said, you need to go back and get another stamp from the policeman. So we walked across the road, and we went back to the nice lady, and she yelled at the policeman, and he gave us a third stamp. So this is the third stamp we've gotten on the declaration. Then we went back to the office, which turned out to be the aduana, and he processed the tip, and we got the tip. Then we thought we had to stand in another line, and that turned out not to be the case, and a very nice trucker took video on us and said, and when we asked what this line was, he said he didn't know. They were just detaining him for some reason. And so we went back across the street. Then we had to check back in with the police and get stamped again. And then she said we had to pay the fumigation fee. So we went and found the fumigation place and paid $4 for Reggie to be fumigated. He already was fumigated. And got a ticket. And then we came back and we stood at a table for the insurance lady, right? That was the insurance lady. And paid $12 for insurance for Reggie. Then we had to stand in the immigration line. And that took even longer because we had said we were in transit to Honduras, and that freaked him out apparently, and he had to go talk to the Ministry of Health guy, and they actually looked at our yellow fever papers, which we've never had anybody ask for. Then he went through all the countries that we had been in and asked us how long we'd been in each country, and finally he said, yes, okay, you can enter. And then you paid $12 per person tourist fee for your tourist card, and then you get one paper for a married couple and 2 tourist cards, and then they stamp your passport, and then you're in. But they actually only gave us 3 days on the tip for Reggie because we had said we were in transit to Honduras. So now we had to be out of Nicaragua on or before the 17th.